Men are very strange when they want to break up with a woman. If he does this 10 secret things, then he is probably about to break up with you. 1. He avoids you. At the beginning of your relationship, you were inseparable. Every moment together felt like a whirlwind of excitement and joy. However, as time passed, you noticed a subtle shift in his behavior. It started with canceled plans, citing work or other commitments, and gradually turned into avoiding your calls and messages altogether. It's as if he's creating distance, and you can't help but wonder why. You replay your conversations in your head, trying to find the source of the sudden change. You can't shake the feeling that something isn't right, and it's breaking your heart a little more each day. You wish you could turn back time and relive those blissful moments, but the reality is that he's slipping away, and you're left grappling with the uncertainty of what lies ahead. 2. He doesn't talk about the future with you. Remember those late-night talks about where you saw yourselves in 5, 10, or even 20 years? The dreams you shared, the places you wanted to visit, and the life you wanted to build together? Lately, though, whenever you try to bring up the future, he becomes evasive, distant, or even dismissive. The once exciting prospect of planning a life together now seems like a distant memory. It feels like the future you once envisioned is slipping through your fingers, leaving you wondering if he still sees you in it. The uncertainty of not knowing where your relationship stands leaves you feeling anxious and lost, desperately seeking answers to questions he's avoiding. 3. He stopped making an effort. In the initial stages of your relationship, he was the embodiment of thoughtfulness and affection. From surprise dates to heartfelt gifts, he made every moment special. However, those gestures have gradually dwindled, and you can't help but feel like you're fading from his priorities. The calls and texts have become infrequent, and he rarely initiates plans anymore. You try to ignore the nagging feeling that something has changed, hoping it's just a phase, but deep down, you fear that his diminishing efforts are a reflection of his waning feelings for you. It's painful to witness the decline of the once vibrant connection you shared, and you're left wondering what caused this shift. Ladies, subscribe now. 4. You are no longer intimate with each other. Physical intimacy was the glue that bound you together. It went beyond just the physical act. It was a deep emotional connection that made you feel truly close to one another. But now, the spark seems to have faded. Your intimate moments have become scarce, and when you do share them, they lack the same passion and intensity they once had. You miss the feeling of being desired and cherished, and the growing distance between you leaves an ache in your heart. You find yourself questioning if it's something you've done wrong, or if there's an underlying issue he's not addressing. The intimacy you once cherished feels like a distant memory, leaving you longing for the connection you once had. 5. He is being secretive. Transparency used to be a cornerstone of your relationship. You both valued honesty and shared the most intricate details of your lives with one another. However, lately, you've noticed him becoming increasingly secretive. He's withdrawn, giving vague answers when you ask about his day or who he's been spending time with. You try to push away the gnawing feeling in your gut, but you can't shake the suspicion that there's more to the story than meets the eye. Trust, the foundation of any relationship, now seems shaky, and you find yourself questioning whether he's keeping something from you. The fear of the unknown leaves you feeling vulnerable and unsure about the future. 6. He threatened to leave you. During one of your recent arguments, his emotions boiled over, and he uttered those haunting words, "Maybe we should just break up." Your heart sank, and while he might have said it in the heat of the moment, those words left a deep scar on your relationship. The trust you had in each other's commitment and love is now shaken, and you wonder if he meant what he said. Such a statement isn't easily forgotten, and you can't help but wonder if it's a glimpse into what he's truly feeling. You want to address the issue and understand his feelings, but the fear of a possible breakup hangs like a dark cloud over your head. 7. He ignores you. The silence between you feels deafening. Conversations that used to flow effortlessly now seem strained, and you find yourself talking to him, but he's not really listening. It's as if you're speaking to a wall, and your attempts to connect emotionally fall flat. You feel invisible, unimportant, and dismissed. You question if something you said or did caused the sudden change in his behavior. The emotional distance leaves you yearning for the connection you once had, but his continued indifference leaves you feeling isolated and emotionally disconnected. 8. You feel unappreciated. In the beginning stages of your relationship, both of you made a conscious effort to express gratitude and admiration for each other. Simple gestures of appreciation, a heartfelt thank you, and genuine recognition for each other's efforts were woven into the fabric of your daily interactions. It felt like the love and affection you poured into the relationship were reciprocated in kind. However, lately, it seems like those expressions of acknowledgement have become rare occurrences, if not non-existent. The thoughtful things you do for him, both big and small, go unnoticed, leaving you with a lingering sense of being taken for granted. It's not about seeking constant praise or validation, but rather about feeling valued and cherished for who you are and what you bring to the relationship. The absence of acknowledgement leaves you questioning if your efforts are being seen or if they have lost their significance in his eyes. You wish he would recognize and reciprocate the love and care you invest in the relationship, as it's an essential aspect of feeling emotionally fulfilled and connected. The absence of appreciation slowly chips away at the foundation of your connection, leaving you feeling unfulfilled, emotionally distant, and uncertain about the future. 9. He never says "I love you." The words "I love you" used to flow effortlessly between you, like a warm embrace that enveloped your heart with every utterance. They were the verbal expression of the deep affection and bond you both shared. You'd say it countless times throughout the day, reaffirming your love for one another. However, lately, those 3 words seem to have slipped away from your daily interactions, leaving a void in your heart. You can't help but notice the dwindling frequency of those tender declarations of love. They used to be sprinkled into conversations with ease, but now, they are scarce, if not completely absent. You begin to question if his feelings have changed or if there's a deeper reason behind his reluctance to express his love. The absence of those affectionate words leaves you yearning for the emotional connection and reassurance they provided. You wonder if he's struggling to articulate his emotions or if there's something holding him back. The unspoken emotions between you are suffocating, and you long for the comfort of those simple yet powerful words to rekindle the warmth and closeness you once shared. Without the consistent affirmation of his love, you find yourself grappling with feelings of insecurity and uncertainty about the future of your relationship. 10. He doesn't compliment you. Do you remember those times when his compliments made you feel like the most beautiful, attractive, and amazing person on the planet? The way he praised your physical appearance, your personality traits, and your accomplishments brought a radiant glow to your face and made your heart soar with happiness. Those heartfelt praises were like music to your ears, lifting your spirits and bolstering your self-confidence. However, as time passed, you noticed a shift in how he expressed admiration. Those heartfelt compliments started to become fewer and farther between, like a once gushing stream now reduced to a mere trickle. It's not about seeking validation from him or becoming dependent on compliments, but rather about feeling appreciated and attractive in his eyes. The lack of compliments makes you doubt your appeal and worthiness, wondering if you've lost some of the qualities he once admired. You miss the feeling of being seen and admired by him, and you yearn for the affectionate words that once brightened your day. You want him to notice and appreciate the unique qualities that make you who you are and to continue celebrating your growth and achievements together. You know that true love goes beyond physical appearances, but receiving genuine compliments from your partner is a form of emotional connection and validation. The absence of those affirming words leaves you feeling insecure and unsure about where you stand in his heart. You hope that he can rediscover the joy of complimenting you, not out of obligation but as a sincere reflection of his appreciation and love. In conclusion, these 10 signs serve as important indicators that something may be amiss in your relationship. While each point carries its weight, it's crucial to remember that no single sign can definitively determine the fate of your partnership. Relationships are complex, and sometimes people go through challenging times that can impact their behavior and emotions. If you recognize some of these signs in your relationship, it's essential not to jump to conclusions but rather to initiate an open and honest conversation with your partner. Ladies, subscribe, have a great day, and see you in the next interesting dating video.